He's donned the fireman's hat for more than 3 decades.
We work as a team. You know, our motto is you go, we go.
And while he's fought countless fires in his time, Chief Tommy Sullivan of the Howard County Volunteer Fire Department is facing the biggest fight of his life.
Well, I'm diagnosed with stage 4 pancreatic cancer. It's in multiple organs in my body.
To no surprise, however, the diagnosis isn't stopping his fire duties anytime soon.
The initial shock of it, you know, my firefighters cried and stuff, but I told them, you know, we keep going on because we have a job to do.
His relentless hard work and optimism are what keep his friends and family smiling, even when the cancer brings pain.
He comforts other people when they're trying to comfort him, which is pretty neat. It's what kind of helps to keep me going.
Sullivan says he isn't sure how long he has left, but that doesn't scare him one bit. And through all the fires he's put out and the people he's saved, he's ready for anything that comes his way.
I tell everybody that, you know, nobody gets out alive. So you got to live life and still be productive instead of, you know, woe is me, is celebrate everything around you.
Crews are now hard at work in Midland County after the possible remains from a 2015 cold case are thought to be revealed.
We went out to the location at the 5,000 block of West County Road 116, and they walked out the 18 acres that's located there.
There, the Midland County Sheriff's Office, with the help of the Texas Rangers and other local agencies, narrowed the search down to a 20-foot wide hole. After more than a day of digging, they found skeletal remains, which they believe could be connected to a 2015 case in which 2 teenagers went missing.
We immediately stopped excavating, moved the machinery back. We roped off the area as a crime scene tape, and it is now a crime scene for a homicide.
While law enforcement only found 1 skeleton, they believe the other is close by. Crews have been out here all day working hours and hours, and as you can see behind me, they just keep bringing in more equipment. Neighbors say the situation is anything but ordinary.
Our homes are very peaceful, and this is not normal.
And along with law enforcement, they just want to see justice served.
The ability for us to give a family back their loved one is a tremendous feat that hopefully if we do develop the suspect, then we'll be able to apprehend them, and I'll be more than happy to try them for murder.
Right now, the Sheriff's Office says this investigation is ongoing. They're working, quote, slowly and methodically on it to get everything right.
Very shocking. Speechless. That's it.
Each Earth Day, people and companies all around the world try to be more eco-friendly, and H-E-B is one of them by handing out free reusable bags to customers. But as people push their carts along, learning what Earth Day meant to them shows why trying to be green is different for everyone.
I've been using reusable bags since the early 70s. Started with canvas because that's what they gave out, and I've been using them whenever I could since then.
For others, it isn't much the time they've been using them, but the place.
For example, in my country, you have to pay for the bag, so the people don't like it. So they use their own bags, so in a way they can save some money and they can keep the planet safe and clean.
And some make eco-friendly decisions not always for themselves, but others.
I have 2 kids, so tomorrow, whenever I keep today clean, tomorrow our kids, when they grow up, they get to enjoy a cleaner earth.
Different people have different stories on why they do different things. But in the case of Earth Day, while there may be many reasons, it's all for the same goal.
You use the bags like this. If you start with just one person, you can teach everyone.
These are the sounds of the driving force in the Permian Basin. And when it's a boom or a bust, you'll start to see the effect it has on other jobs in the area. But with the upturn in the economy, people are now leaving the jobs they've known for years and flocking to the allure of the oil field.
There's definitely a correlation with the local economy here and with officer shortage.
One area that's hit especially hard is law enforcement. As price of oil goes up, more people trade their badges for hard hats.
We started to experience a boom, I want to say 13 or 14, and we were several dozen officers short during that time. And then, of course, we had the bust, and then we got back up to full staff. And now, as you know, we're starting to experience a boom again.
But of course, law enforcement isn't the only profession. As the bells ring, classrooms are seeing fewer teachers, and the oil fields are seeing more workers.
Honestly, to be honest, we can't compete with the pay.
Frederick County Schools Superintendent Tom Crow says since he started 5 years ago, he's seen nearly 150 teachers leave for jobs in the oil field.
When somebody offers you significantly more money than we can pay them, I can't sit here and blame them. They're trying to take care of their family.
So it begs the question, what makes the oil field so tempting? Well, let's break it down by the numbers. For both police officers and teachers here in the basin, salaries can range from around $50,000 to $60,000 a year. Now, of course, there are exceptions and people who do make more. However, in the oil field, an experienced pumper or gauger can make up to $80,000 a year, plus bonus. And field foremen can see six-figure salaries. But it doesn't come without a cost.
If you're thinking it's just one of those things you're just going to jump out there and make tons of money, you might be mistaken there.
Martise Rogers worked for years as a teacher and coach in the Permian Basin until he also moved on to the oil field.
There is a lot of work that goes into this, a lot of your time that's demanded of you, and I mean, you're doing a lot of work. Is it worth it? Yeah, I mean, and it all based on what you're doing and how you feel about it.
In the oil field, working more than 40 hours a week is the norm.
Whatever they asked of me to do, that's what I did. I didn't complain. I just did the work, and that's one of the attitudes that you really have to have when you go out into the oil field.
As we inch more and more into a boom in the Permian Basin, industry professionals expect more people will head to the oil and gas industry, continuing the cycle that's driven this area for decades.
I started at the very bottom, and I worked my way through. So, you know, before they make that decision, really understand what you're going to have to go through.